Good afternoon, everybody. It's Sunday, the 1st of August. We're into August already. It's 3:15. Just chilling out. Been out on the bike on a Panero with my mate Rafa. Absolutely soaking wet. Horrendous weather. But we've done a few miles, had a good crack. Wife's at work, so I thought I'd do this Wednesday to Friday. When I left the last video, it was Wednesday. I was at Marlow, waiting for COVID to go to Aylesbury. And picked that up Wednesday and got back for the bike night. I was back by 6 at the bike night because Marlow Aylesbury is only 20 odd miles. There's more and more tests. I don't know whether you guys would pick the COVIDs up. Instead of picking 10s and 20s up, I'm picking 40s up now, 40s and 50s. So it's going to continue a long time yet, these COVID tests, which is good for us because obviously it's job. It's a job. It's an easy job really. It's only a box. It's nothing heavy, doesn't knacker your fuel consumption, but yeah, so I picked that up Wednesday and I booked a job in for Thursday morning from Wellingborough, which is about 7 miles from me to Evesham, which I did think when I took it I got 65 quid for 74 miles. I did think bit iffy that going to Evesham because it's a little bit, if there's nothing in Evesham you're a little bit far away from anywhere, so I did it anyway. And it was out of Evesham. It was about 4 miles out of Evesham to a garden centre, like a garden machinery and stuff and centre. Easy drop, nice drive as well, the A46, so it's not all motorways. And I did pick a job up quite soon. I only had to wait about half an hour. I waited where I was just outside Evesham, and there was jobs popping up, but I was too far away. I was 40 miles away, and I was never going to get them. But then a job popped up in Worcester to Nottingham, which I really wanted because Nottingham, as everyone knows, is a really good area for work. Nottingham, you're normally going to get something out of Nottingham. Quoted £65, and I quoted 65 miles all in, as in every mile I did. And it was £65, I forget what the mileage was, but it was to Nottingham anyway. Got the job. It was picking up from a residential address in Worcester. It's stuff going back. It was going back to a solicitor's. It's people who are working from home, I think, and they've either finished them. It's like a repossession really, I suppose. I picked up laptop, keyboard, a chair, office chair, and it was going to HMRC building in Nottingham. It was a solicitor's within the HMRC. Pain to find in Nottingham because I got the solicitor's name, pushed it, and it took me to the front door on like in the centre, but it weren't where the driving entrance was, and it was under a underpass. It was around the back. Found it anyway in the end. Got pretty security actually. Had a barrier to go through, and there was security walking around. There was different what's the word for it? Blocks, like different office blocks. Anyway, found where I'd got to go and dropped it off, no problem. Post room. They obviously got a lot of them because it was on a sheet, and that was one of a lot going in. So I thought, well, I'll just stay here. I didn't even come out of the HMRC through the barrier because there's nowhere really to park after that. I'll just stay where I was. And a job popped up. A couple of jobs, one Newark to Skegness. I didn't want to be in Skegness on a Thursday night. You're not going to get nothing out of there. And there was another one, I forget that I was going to, but then there was one Nottingham to Peterborough. And I thought, that's pretty good. It was nice, it was just cushy. And I thought, if I can get that. And I looked and it was the same shipper I'd just done the job for. And it says 0.2 miles away from where I was. I thought, well, that's got to be somewhere like very close. So instead of putting it through the CX, I phoned back up to say that I'd just done the previous job and it's all good. And I see you've got another job on there, Nottingham to Peterborough. I quoted on it. And he says, yeah. He says, where are you actually sitting now? I said, I'm still in the HMRC. He said, well, just back the van up. He says, because you're picking up from where you just dropped off. Which, oh man, no dead miles. There weren't even dead meters. I was there. I was like, perfect, no dead miles. So every mile I did was paid mile. There was no dead miles whatsoever. So really pleased with that. And that got me to Peterborough at about 3:15. And again, that was a 45 quid job. So I'd done 265s and a 45, which is 175, which, that's fine, it's fine. I'd like to get to 200, but I'm sort of having a chill week, really. I haven't had no late nights. I didn't start work until 9:30 in the morning, and I was done. I delivered it to a residential address in Peterborough. Very happy, got what they wanted. Went into Morrison's, and I thought, well, Peterborough to home to me is 30 odd mile. I thought there was nothing out of Peterborough, nothing coming out. I thought, well, I'll just trundle home. It was only 30 odd dead miles. I had no dead miles between job 2 and 3. And I thought, I'll do the shopping because we did shopping. So I did some shopping in Morrison's for the house, for where we are. Got a few bits, and I trundled home. I was home 4:25. Really early finish, all done and fueled up on the way back, and job done. So Friday, I normally do a really long Friday. So Thursday I had 175 with a 60p pence per mile, which is okay, it's not too bad. The Evesham one was a bit nonce, he didn't get me a lot, and I had a bit of dead miles here and there, but yeah, it's alright. So Friday, I'd got a time limit, which I don't normally have, but I had a time limit. I'd got to be back 5 o'clock, 5:30 at a push the latest, because we were going out. It was our friend's anniversary dinner, and we'd been invited, and we was taking the friends. They live 2 doors away from us, 2 lodges away, so we were taking our friends with us. So I could not be out or not there. So I decided my strategy Friday was to do local work within 50 miles of where I live. So if anything goes, I'm going to get back, I'm an hour. So I can judge what jobs I'm doing. I'm not going to Manchester and getting 2 hours dead mileage. So it started off, I didn't start till 10, first job. There was jobs earlier from Northampton going one to Sheffield. No, didn't want that because I've got to get back. There was one down to Exeter. There was one to Cardiff and Exeter, which I was very tempted, but I'm not going to get back unless I just run empty and just don't even have a stop. So that didn't happen. So I took Wellingborough to Welling Garden City. One drop. It was a pallet. It was a pallet of like spices, basil and spices. Going to Welling Garden City. It was really nice. The van smelt great. I mean, it was a nice smell. I don't mind. I've got no bulkhead as well, so I could smell it. It's not as if it was in the back and it was in. So yeah, that was good. So I did that. Second job, I got straight away Welling Garden City on a Friday. You're going to get jobs quick. From Potter's Bar to Wembley. It was a boiler bathroom. It was from one bathroom company, same branch, going to another branch in Wembley. One from Potter's Bar, going to the one in Wembley, Northwest 2. And it was right near Wembley. It was just across the North Circular, next to Wembley. So, yeah, got good money for that. It was only 20 miles and I got 38 quid. They were desperate. They were absolutely desperate for me to be there and get it done. Had a lot of rain on Friday, and when I got to the one in Wembley, I backed up. It's great because it's on a little industrial estate, so I could park because there's customers parking, there's delivery parking, so I ain't got to worry about parking. And it was hammering down, but they were that desperate. As soon as they see my van back up, he come out straight away. 40 odd kilos boiler. He just picked it up, took it straight in, and I was just running with my paperwork. And he was already on the phone saying, "Your boiler's in, you can get it. It's here now." So done someone a good turn. Putting a new boiler in someone's house on a Friday. Let's hope they got their water sorted by Friday night. So I sat there in their car. I says, "All right if I do my paperwork in your car?" He said, "Yeah, you can sit about this. There's room. Don't worry." I says, "Because I ain't got really nowhere to park." I said, "I'm looking to do it." And he said, "No, do it." So I did it. So I was looking for another job. And there was jobs. There was lots of jobs going into London. Don't rock my boat. But then a job come up Wembley to Kings Langley, which is going towards Watford up the A-foot. Junction 20, the M1, I think M25. Kings Langley's just off, but it's on the way home. It's nearer home. Quoted on that, only quoted 33 because I was only a mile away, and it was only 20 miles. In fact, it weren't even 20 miles. It was, I think it's about 18 miles, something like that. It was nothing, but because you're in London. It was a pickup in Wembley, and it was like in a blocks of flat right next to Wembley. There's Wembley Way. I'm gone past that. I'm going in all these blocks of new flats with businesses above, businesses below them, shops, very, very nice. But what a pain to find. What a pain to find. The address was very vague. I phoned the customer, because I didn't want to phone the ship. I phoned the customer straight to her answer machine. Oh, no, this phone's not available at the moment. So I couldn't get through. So I phoned the shipper. I says, I'm in the right road. I was on Exhibition Road in Wembley. There's about 7 different, but not mine. I says, I'm a bit stumped here. I says, what you've put on. I says, but I'll keep looking. I says, if you can give us a ring back. He said, I'll ring the customer and ring you back. I said, okay. But with that, I went into a shop, really, real posh shop. All this artwork and all this. It was like not an antique, but that sort of stuff. There weren't nothing cheap in there. And I just said to the ladies, I said, as you can tell, I'm not buying. I'm just looking. Do you know where this address is? I said, it's got to be here somewhere. She went, it's right. It's the door. Just turn left out of here. There's 2 plant pots around the side. There's a door. You ring the bell. That's what it is. I went, really? I says, there's nothing on the door. There's nothing. I just thought that was part of this. No, she says they don't. There's no signage on the door. So I went round, rang the bell, and sure enough, it answered. And I says, I'm looking for the address. I'm looking for this person. Oh yeah, it's in here. She says, are you the courier? I said, yeah. She says, oh, he'll come down with it. Nothing. If I hadn't have fluked this woman in this shop, by then the shipper phoned back and says, I'm struggling. I can't get out of the customer. I said, I've actually got him. I've found it myself. He went, oh, brilliant. So that was that. And yeah, and he come down and it was a laptop to be delivered to a residential address, Kings Langley. He asked me who I was from. It's quite secure. He asked about 4 questions, security questions, like who's it? Have you got the name of the person? Can you tell what the name is? Can you tell what their address is? What their postcode is? What company you work for? Have you got it on your phone? So it was obviously something. It was in a box. It looked like it was laptop and something like that, but it was obviously something. Obviously, you didn't want going astray. So we got it off to Kings Langley. I thought, you know what? I got 33 quid for that one. So I was on about 120 for the day, and it was still 2:30. And I thought it was still about 2:30. I thought that'll do me. I'm done. I'll do this Kings Langley one, and I'm just up and poodle on home. Thought I'd have a nice restful, end to Friday. So I was near Kings Langley, and I was in a bit of traffic, and a job popped up, Tring to Brixworth, which is 5 miles from me. And the pickup, I was a bit tight on time. I thought, I looked to where I was, where Tring was, and it says pickup, and I thought, I'm a little bit tight on time here. If anything goes wrong with this one, and she's not in or something, I'm buggered. So I left it on there. I was tempted to put a bid on it, and that would get me out my money home, but I thought, I'm going to be late. I ain't going to get there, I don't think. So it was still on there. There was loads of jobs on there, but none going my way, but it was busy. I thought, I'll deliver this and see if it's still on there. I'll put a time I'm going to get there. It may be outside their hour. But as soon as I see the woman she was in residential, see her through the door. I had to walk up the drive, but I see her there. I knew she was in. I put a quote in straight away. I put a quote of 39 quid. It was only 48 mile. And I would have got there just about on the edge of the time. I thought, I'll put the quote in, and if they phone me, I'll say to them, I'm right on the edge of time, should be alright. Well, I hadn't even got to the door and my phone went. I've got earpiece, and my phone went. I answered as I was giving the lady this stuff. I said to her it was the office, just checking that I was on time. And he says, how far are you away? I said, I can just about get there within your time. I said, I'm maybe 5 minutes late. He says, I'll send it straight over. So he was obviously desperate. There was no one around. I probably could have got more money for it, but 39 quid. That's 39 quid I was just going to drive home anyway. I said, I was going to drive home on 120, not 159 now. So I did that and shot up, and it was to go Mercedes in Brixworth, which I've done a few times. And it wanted to be there for 4:40. And I picked it up. It was 5 cases from a company in Tring. And the best thing was then, the motorway was knackered going north. But Google knew it was knackered and sent me up the B roads, all the way up to Milton Keynes, B roads, and didn't touch the motorway. Cost me about 15 minutes, but that was already, I'd looked at the time. And I pulled into Mercedes at 4:35. and it was 440. So it all worked out hunky dory. 4 jobs. I did them in 6.5 hours. It took me about 7.25 hours total for the day, and I just boom, bang, 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 bang. Had a break between the 1 and 2 with a fair bit, but not a lot of driving. Didn't even do 200 miles. 193 miles I covered all day, and 159 quid I got for that, for 193 miles. Worked at 82 pence every mile. That's my best day rate so far. I've done 79, I've done a few 78s, 76s, 70s. I've also done some 55s, don't get me wrong. I did a 57 this week, last week on Wednesday. But 82p, so happy with that. And I was home 5 to 5 o'clock, showered, had a little bit of break, had a cup of tea, and we went out Friday night. Had a good night actually, Italian. So that was that. That was the week. So the week was, I did 1,379. Looking at my figures, just have a quick look. It's about 300 or 400 miles less than I normally do. Never had a night out. Never had anything long distance. The furthest I've been away from home is probably Havant. Yep. Havant. Yeah, Burgess Hill. Havant. West Wittering. I haven't done nothing. Cornwall. No Scotlands. No Newcastles. I've just been pottering around. Nice easy week. No stress at all. I've done 1,379 miles and I got £890, 10 quid short of 900, which is 900 is 180 a day. So you could say 180 a day I've been pulling in, and that's just without having no tramping in my van. Just nice. Yeah, good mileage. My mileage for the week, I had a bad day on Monday and a bad day on Wednesday with my pence per mile, which I think on bigger vans you probably look at it more. You really want to get it up to sort of 85p to 90p to £1 a mile because of the fuel consumption. But I'm getting 55 to the gallon on mine. I've been looking at it quite recently, and if I keep that mileage down to 65 to 67 on the motorway, it gets up to 56, 57 per gallon, which mine's got 120 brake horsepower, so it's got a big engine. So altogether, 63 pence per mile every mile this week. Well, last week, obviously, week just gone. So all in all, pretty good week. My fuel prices, UK fuel prices, was pretty low. It dropped a penny. It's gone back up a penny for next week, but it did drop a penny. First time it's dropped for a long while, but it's still undercutting my BP card, my BP fuel card, by about 5p a litre, 4p a litre. So it's UK fuel card for me. I'm getting it cheaper, branded fuel, Esso, Texaco. The odd BP garage has got UK fuels, so it's good fuel as well. So next week, I haven't got nothing booked in yet for tomorrow, which I'm not fussed about. I'm going to try and smash it this week and get a couple of really long days and get it, because Wednesday I'm definitely coming back. It's going to be a shorter day because we've got a massive night at All Seasons Cafe. Bikers night. Bikers, yes. We've got a rock group playing, us and Floyd. They've played for us about 3 years running. They do a charity night and it's mega. It is awesome. If you're in Northampton area on a Wednesday, come down to All Seasons Cafe, Billing Garden Village, NN3 9EX if you want to get there. You don't have to be a biker. Everyone's welcome. It's free entry. All there is a bucket collection for the air ambulance, which we get as much as we can. If you think they're brilliant, yeah, it'd be great to put some money in the bucket. Awesome. But it's a great night. They kick off at 6:30. We open at 4:30. Food, licensed bar, hot and cold drinks. It's a great night. It's not a late night. They play till normally. They have a break. They play till about 10 o'clock maximum. But awesome night. So I'm hoping to smash it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm going to get back, and then Thursday I can't work Friday morning. I'm going to work from about 10 onwards because we've got a gas safety check. And if I do enough Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to take the Friday off, because the week after I'm on holiday and we're going away to the boat. We've got a share in a boat. We're going to go away for a week. So I'll have a week away. Yes. I think that's about it. Hope you're all making money. And there'll be a video coming out middle of the week that covers Monday, Tuesday, probably Wednesday again next week. I'll probably try and do it on the bike night. Okay? Have a good time.